100 meters champion Tyzia Johnson of Hydel cruised to a nippy 25.28 seconds clock in this morning in the first round heats of the Class 4 Girls 200 meters at the Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Championships at the National Stadium. Johnson, who's a favorite for the event, will go into tomorrow's semifinals with the fastest time. In the Class 3 event, Shania Campbell of St. Jago was quickest with 24.76 seconds. 100 meters winner Natrice East of Woolmer's 24.85 and Shoshana Johnson of Hydel 24.55 also made smooth progress. The preliminaries of the boys 200 meters are currently in track. 13 finals are on schedule for day 3 of with the triple jump for Class 1 boys, the first to be decided. The 400 meters finals, all classes, should take the spotlight in the late evening session. Champions Kingston College are holding a slight lead over Jamaica College after 8 finals scored with 67.5 points to JC's 67, while on the girls' side, Edwin Allen with 81 points lead champions Hydel with 37 points. The Leeward Islands Hurricanes were 72 for 2 at sports time, replying to 221 all out by the Jamaica Scorpions on day 2 of their 5th round West Indies 4-day encounter at Sabina Park. Kieran Powell made 41. Earlier, Carlos Brown completed a top score of 80 as the Scorpions added 43 runs for their last 4 wickets, having resumed this morning on 178 for 6. Rakeem Cornwall ended with 3 for 69. Jeremiah Lewis 3 for 34 and Colin Archibald 2 for 36. Over at the Sir Frank Worrell Memorial Ground, the combined campuses and colleges reached 129 for 4, replying to the West Indies Academy's 300 all out, while at the Queen's Park Oval, Barbados Pride are now 247 for 6, having already surpassed Trinidad and Tobago Red Force total of 172. Now to football. Issues seems to be developing in Jamaica's national team setup. This after Leon Bailey announced he'll not be available for Reggae Boys selection for the foreseeable future. In what appeared to be a thinly veiled dig at Bailey, Reggae Boys vice captain Damien Lowe posted a 3-word response on social media. Speaking on the Let's Be Honest podcast hosted by Jai Fresh, Bailey said he's stepping away from national team selection due to long-standing frustrations.
You be missing curfew?
No. Well,
you stay out. And
I did. And that's normal. Every player do that. That's not even what I want discuss about run a curfew, but it's just the way how it was presented I didn't like. I always had it in my head that, it's getting too much on my plate when it comes to the national team. And I was really going to take a break from it. And then that just tip off everything. I feel like I'm going to be more understanding.
Leon Bailey. The move from Bailey comes 2 weeks after national team coach Amir Halgrimson told a media conference that both Bailey and Trevante Stewart were suspended from the national setup. This after the players left the team's hotel, slept out and missed the team bus the following morning following a match against Canada in November. Shortly after the Bailey podcast was aired, Lowe took to X, the site formerly known as Twitter, and wrote, quote, "Love my country," unquote. The post was accompanied by an emoji of Jamaica's flag and a picture of Lowe in training. Jamaica will be facing the U.S. men's national team in the semifinals of the CONCACAF Nations League this evening at 6. Tivoli Gardens forward Justin Dunn is the leading goal scorer after his hat-trick led the club to a 6-3 win over Mullines United in the Ray and Never Jamaica Premier League yesterday. Dunn now has 14 goals with Andre Fletcher, Brian Giovanni and Jason Wright all on 11 goals behind him. Dunn was proud of his performance.
It was a well-played performance by me. As you see, we start the game very early. I got 2 goals and then allow Mullines to get back in the game. We went 2-2 and from there it was a rugged contest, but we came out and get the victory.
Justin Dunn. In other results, Montego Bay United beat 9-man Dunmore Holding 2-0. Harbourview broke their 5-match losing streak with a 6-0 win over Lime Hall Academy. Waterhouse beat Treasure Beach 4-2 and View United and Mount Pleasant Academy drew 0-0. A court has ruled that former Manchester City and Real Madrid forward Robinho must serve a 9-year rape sentence in his home country of Brazil. Rubino was found guilty by an Italian court in 2017 of taking part in the 2013 gang rape of a 22-year-old Albanian woman. He has been living in Brazil, which does not extradite its nationals. Judges in Brazil ruled on Wednesday that he should serve his sentence in Brazil following a request from Italy. He will remain free pending a possible appeal against the ruling. The former Brazil international, who has 100 caps for his country, was playing for AC Milan at the time of the crime. After being found guilty, he lost an appeal in 2020 before Italy's highest court upheld his sentence in 2022. Italian prosecutors then issued an international arrest warrant for him. The footballer, who spent 2 years with Manchester City, told a Brazilian network on Sunday that the sex had been consensual. Rubino won 2 La Liga titles in 4 seasons at Real Madrid before joining City for a then British record fee of £32.5 million on transfer deadline day in September 2008. Images of a statue of England captain Harry Kane, which was commissioned by a London council, have been revealed ahead of it going on display. Waltham Forest Council allocated over £7,000 in 2019 and 2020 to have the work made of the Chingford-raised footballer, but it has been kept in storage since. The project was approved by the Conservative councillors for Chingford's Endleborough ward. They said it would go on public display in the borough later this year. On to golf, as Sanjay Roy led from day one of the 4-day Trinidad and Tobago Open Golf Championships to become the first Jamaican to win the event. He destroyed the 27-strong field to win by 9 shots at the Tobago Plantation Golf Course recently. Roy's overall score was 4 over par 292. His nearest rival was Zico Carrera, 13 over par 301, who ended in second place, and Chris Richards Jr., 18 over par 306, who grabbed third place. Both men hailed from Trinidad and Tobago. Roy says it was his biggest win ever.
For the back nine of the tournament, it was pretty much just hit fairways, try and hit greens, and make a few putts coming in. And playing the last hole with a 9-shot lead, I mean, there was no better feeling. Hitting a good tee shot down there, hitting the green on a par 5, putting for eagle with a 9-shot lead. I mean, words can't begin to describe how I feel. This is my biggest win so far. So far this year, I've played 4 tournaments and I won 2 of them. The Buccaneers Memorial Championship, which was at Caymanas Golf Club, won that, and the TNT Open. So 2 wins in 4 starts for the year.
Sanjay Roy, he now looks forward to the Easter Jamboree at the Upton Estate Golf and Country Club, which is his home course. The 2 other Jamaicans in the championships flight were former national champions O'Shea Hay and Sean Morrison, who ended in 15th place and 18th place respectively. Jamaica won the President's Cup on the back of Roy and Hay. Trinidad and Tobago was second, while St. Kitts and Nevis was third. Dr. Mark Newham won the seniors flight after posting 6th over par 294. The Jamaica Olympic Association and the Betting Gaming and Lotteries Commission assisted Jamaica to field its team to the championships. Finally, in basketball, as Jason Tatum scored 31 points as the Boston Celtics held off a comeback from the Milwaukee Bucks to win 122-119. The Celtics powered to a 21-point lead late in the third quarter after Milwaukee Bucks had closed the gap to 5 just after halftime. But the Bucks outscored Boston 36-21 in the final period to set up a nervy ending. Boston, who are top of the Eastern Conference, have now won 7 consecutive games and have a record of 54-14, 11 wins clear of the Bucks in second place. Milwaukee were without the star player Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Damian Lillard scored 32 points, while Bobby Portis added 24 in his absence. Meanwhile, the Miami Heat beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 107 to 104, and the Sacramento Kings eased past the Toronto Raptors 127 to 89. The Indiana Pacers swept past the Detroit Pistons 122 to 103, and the Western Conference leaders Oklahoma City breezed past the Utah Jazz 119 to 107.